Hello, everyone. My name is Ananya. Where am I from? Right? Such a simple question. Yet my answer can never be neatly summed up in 3 words: country, profession, designation. I'm from chaos, beautiful, inspiring chaos. You see, I grew up in New Delhi in India, and chaos was my default setting. The kind that comes from competition and academic pressure and what the formula for a successful future looks like. I was a straight A student in high school, but there was no guidance. There were no counselors telling me, hey, this is your blueprint, this is your roadmap for success. I was raw, I was just exploring. No one really asked me what I want or challenged me or told me to think beyond college brochures. Thankfully, I ended up getting into a coveted and respected college, the #1 college of commerce in India. But even there, I saw a pattern emerge. People were pursuing majors that would lead them to good jobs at McKinsey and Deloitte and all these fancy companies. But no one was pursuing what they loved. It was all strategy and no soul. And who am I to blame? I was one of them. I chose economics because I thought it would broaden my horizons. But I realized something was missing. It was 44 seconds that changed my thinking. I was seeing an online match at the NCAA championships when Texas A&M was playing in the men's basketball tournament. They were down by 12 points with just 44 seconds left on the clock. Everyone assumed it was over, but then something happened. They ended up winning the match in overtime. And that stuck with me, not because of their win, but because of their refusal to accept defeat. And it told me it's not over till it's over. So it gave me the courage to pursue something I loved. I was finally pursuing my passion in sports, and it led me to pursue a master's in sports management at Columbia University in New York. But passion doesn't always pay the rent in New York. I was in an expensive city with a low-paying job. My weeknights were spent networking, and my weekends were spent mentoring students for the extra pay. So I decided to pivot when passion met practicality and lost. I moved to Japan in hopes for a better financial future. And yet, when I reached there, something was still missing. So as the world pressed pause during the pandemic, I pressed play on my real passion, mentorship. I left my well-paying cushion job in Japan and moved all the way back to India to launch a higher education mentorship firm called Uni Discovery, which essentially taught students to ask the very same questions I did not know how to ask. I was helping them explore their passions through connecting them with mentors, basically career exploration. And I realized that confusion to clarity is never a straight line. It's a zigzag. And that zigzag is not a detour, it's the path. Passion projects is where it all begins. It sparks curiosity and it drives connections and it leads you to action. For example, after one of my webinars, a student from Dubai reached out to me. She was extremely bright, but she just didn't know what to do. So we helped her develop a project. We helped her connect her passion in fashion and business and come together to launch work in a textile manufacturing unit, which is now empowering women in rural India. She's creating financial stability for them, and she's raised upwards of 2,000 dirham at all of 15 years of age. That's not just given her clarity on what she wants to do, it's also secured her a spot at an Ivy League college. That's the power of passion, and that's the power of the human connection. It leads you to more opportunities. That's why I believe in learning by doing and teaching while learning. So what's the big takeaway here? In a world that values credentials, I value curiosity. In a world that's full of standardized testing, I value personalized guidance. And in the entire noise of comparison, I value clarity through conversations. So next time when someone asks you where you're from, think beyond geography. Think about all the chaos that has defined you. Think about all the projects that have made you who you are, and think about the mentors that have moved you. And then next time, say with clarity, I come from a place of purpose. Thank you.